Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check out these headlines we got for you. I tell you, it may be a weekend, but it doesn't stop the SEC. First of all, we got Ripple applies for a new license. You're going to want to know it. Another legal case signals the SEC is going to appeal the Ripple ruling that XRP is not a security. We got that and so much more. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow us on Twitter and YouTube for exclusive content. Right now, cryptocurrency market cap is $1.25 trillion. It's up by 0.31% in the last 24. Right now, Bitcoin 29,800 plus. We see Ethereum 1887 and change. Tether market cap is 83.8 billion plus. I'm pretty sure that's an all-time high, and we still don't know how the U.S. Treasury and Department of Justice truly feel about it. XRP right now 77 cents and holding a very critical point, ladies and gentlemen. It's up 6.5 on the 7-day. Let's get started here. If you haven't taken the opportunity to do it, join the Digital Perspectives Mastermind group. Ladies and gentlemen, your life is busy. You've got to get your time back. This is a great community that has incredible resources. This community is hundreds of people, and it truly is its own living and breathing resource. There's so much knowledge inside of this community. I am so proud to be a member of this community myself. No joke. Private lessons, private Telegram stream, private weekly streams, wealth creation mindset lessons. It's not enough to just invest. How do you keep it? How do you manage it? How do you grow it? Those are the things we're doing inside of this group. We're helping each other level up. We're helping each other raise up to the next level of living and how we want to live. And it's happening in a very big way in this group. Take advantage of the special offer. Click the link, join the group. You will find out very quickly why you need to be in this group. Let's get started here. And don't forget, Jason Cousins from Glint, and you can click that link below, is going to build a crypto bridge with the only digital asset that has legal clarity in the United States of America. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And you could use Glint with a MasterCard debit card to become your own personal alternative to the banking system. Click that link underneath the video as well. Raul Advani from Ripple says, with good progress being made on our Monetary Authority Singapore license application, Ripple is more motivated than ever to pursue our vision of revolutionizing cross-border payments and developing tokenization solutions to solve real-world problems. Well, you know what, Raul, thank you for sharing that, but it doesn't stop there. Don't forget, we talked about this yesterday. National Australian Bank joins forces with Ripple, harnessing XRP's power for faster, cheaper cross-border transactions and enhanced innovation. We'll have to continue to watch this as it continues to unfold. Then there's this. Remember when Ripple months ago applied for a license through Ireland to service the entire EU jurisdiction? Well, check this out. Cindy Young from Ripple revealed that DL News that the cross-border crypto firm applied for registration as a crypto asset outlet with the United Kingdom's Financial Conduct Authority, ladies and gentlemen, which was in addition to applying for that payment institutional license we talked to you about in Ireland. Make sure you give Michael Branch a follow. The guy is unstoppable. And so is this lady right here. It's Eleanor Terrett from Fox News. She says, this is a reminder, and I'm touching on this again because it's a big key point here. Some legislation has come out and been introduced in the U.S. that suggests that this new crypto regulation bill prohibits purchases of more than 10% of your personal annual income if you're an unaccredited investor, or more than 10% of your person's net worth or couple's net worth if you're an unaccredited investor. To clear this up, this is for initial coin offerings. So for the first time, you won't have to be a venture capitalist, ladies and gentlemen. You could be a non-accredited investor and invest in these initial coin offerings and not need to be a VC or an accredited investor. This could be a remarkable change in policy here if this gets passed. Remember, this is for initial offering, so participating in a startup of a token with someone if you believe in it. Now that could be absolutely revolutionary for non-accredited investors. Another legal case gives hint, unfortunately, here, the SEC stance when it comes to Ripple, ladies and gentlemen. The SEC staff is considering the various available avenues for further review and intends to recommend that the SEC seek such a review. This is what we're talking about here. This came out from James Filan. Jim, shout out to you for all you do, for all of us. No doubt about it. The XRP community in the SEC versus Terraform Labs with Dow Quan case. The SEC has filed a pleading, check this out, discussing Judge Torres's decision in the SEC versus Ripple, in which it states, you're not going to like this, the SEC staff is considering the various available avenues for further review and intends to recommend that the SEC seek such a review. The SEC says the XRP ruling was wrong and signals it will appeal. I told you weren't going to like this. But you know what? It's time to lean back into the XRP legal analysts in the community. You know who we're going to go to. That's right. We're going to lean into Jeremy Hogan. We're going to lean into John Deaton. And I mean, where would we be without Jim Filan and John Deaton and Jeremy Hogan and so many others, Fred Rispoli. I can't even name all of them. Bill Morgan. There's so many of them out here that have helped every one of us along the way. I can't tell you how grateful I feel for it. And I know you guys are too. Make sure you tell them. The Ripple SEC saga continues. Experts anticipate SEC's appeal will crash and burn. Now, that's what we want to hear right there. Let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen, right here. First of all, Jeremy Hogan says here, heading into a settlement conference, an appeal is really the only ammunition the SEC has against Ripple. Of course, it says it will appeal. I don't think you could read too much into that statement one way or another. Now, I thought I saw another comment. He said, he's tweeting from a London train. Have fun over there in London. I hope you get to go to Abbey Road Studios, Jeremy. And then they also have to say they continue to justify their other cases, both current and coming, which is a very valid point, too, because they know they have a lot of cases in the pipeline. So the appeal also kind of shields them from having to drop and unwind those cases. This is what John Deaton had to say right here. I predicted long before the ruling on Crypto Law US and on Fox Business that the SEC would lose on secondary market sales on exchanges. And I also said Judge Torres would address the token itself, declaring it is not a security and that it doesn't represent or embody a security. The same people who disagreed with me are now saying the judge was wrong. It couldn't be that they were just wrong. Judge Torres did not weigh any other factor other than applying the Howey test. Hard stop. If she had, then she would have erred. The SEC will lose on appeal if they appeal it. And there you have that. So, look, this feels good. I think the gentleman underneath of Jeremy's comment made a valid point that the SEC really has no choice but to put up the front for two reasons that they're going to appeal. And I don't mean front like they won't do it. This is obviously an agency that has proven to the world that they do not embarrass very easily. They will appeal, right, in any way possible. And for two reasons. One, they want to try to harm and reverse the judgment in the case itself against Ripple and the judgment against, or not judgment, but the dicta against XRP not being a security. I don't think it'll happen because the legal analysts believe it won't happen. And the legal analysts, let's face it, have been spot on about what's going on in this case. There's no question. So the other side of this is that the SEC has to really look out into the interim of an appeal being heard. They have so many other cases that we know and certainly are going to find out about that we don't even know yet who they intend to sue. Now, I want to show you something very quickly here. Remember this diagram that I put together for all of us? The SEC crypto war strategy? Sue each value protocol and the use case. Proof of work, proof of stake, DeFi lending, Federated Byzantine Agreement with Ripple and XLM, NFTs. You could go on and on with the different types of protocols and use cases, right? This, I believe, is what the SEC is doing. And they're going to fight it tooth and nail before we get a true final or finality judgment, which I believe we've gotten to a great degree here. But they're going to exercise the process and the protocol channels of the law to pursue it and delay it as long as they can. It's exactly what they did throughout the case with the SEC versus Ripple. Why would they stop now? And looking at it that they have so many other cases that they need to protect, because if they lose on this one, they know that the other ones fall to the floor as well. And I do believe the strategy has been all along is to get legal precedent against each type of technology. So watch out, because when we say that they got other cases in the works and the SEC has said it themselves, we know that there will be other cases. It could be ADA to get sued over proof of stake. It could be Ethereum. It could be both of them. They could go after Bitcoin or some other proof of work network that doesn't have as much money or funding to be able to defend itself. How long would it take to get a decision against that? You know, that's what happened with Library. They went after Library and picked on Library because they knew they didn't have the funding to try to set legal precedent in the first district court. You know, this is not an agency that embarrasses very easily, and it is obvious that they're not going out here to protect investors, but to absolutely extend their jurisdiction to these areas where they shouldn't be. When will Congress act? When will they get off of their ass and do what we put them on Capitol Hill to do and get the legislation done so that we can see innovation take off with an open free market? And watch the U.S. be the leader in the new iteration of the fourth digital revolution instead of behind the line and just being a participant at some point. This is what's so difficult to take, ladies and gentlemen, is that we were the leaders of the birth of the internet, and we need to be the leaders of innovation in the fourth industrial revolution as well. Not financial advice from me or anyone else, but we're going to bring it to you as we get it. You can count on it. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Check out all the links underneath the video. They're great products and services I use each and every day, and one may be just right for you. So that's going to do it for me. I'll catch all of you on the next one.